Yeah, so the next question was, does Google, as a result of the update, have some changed preferences for content or other website criteria for ranking? Well, yeah, like one thing I can mention is, stop optimizing for keywords and optimize for the topics, right? Like you should be optimizing for topics, not for keywords, right? Like essentially that's the whole point. That's one of the biggest takeaways of some of the more recent algorithm updates and everything is the semantic web, right? So topic, and that's where we talk about named entities, entity tuned content and all of that kind of stuff, because you should be optimizing for the entire topic and not just for keywords anymore. That would be one thing I would say. And another was, is it easier to rank for optimized, or is it easier ranking for optimized voice search? Well, that's becoming more and more critical. And I've actually experienced that through some just by accident, because some of my clients I've added just more recently, I just started using Yext power listings. I use as a reseller through SEMrush. So it's like $20 a month or whatever. But it's essentially the same service as Yext power listings. And they have several voice search engines that the Yext power listing submits to. And I even had one of my tree service clients contact me probably 5 or 6 weeks ago now and said that, hey man, one of my, I just had a lead come through from the GMB. And when I asked them how they heard from us, and they said that all they did was picked up their phone and said his company name into Google, and it immediately called. Like, it didn't even pull up the search. They said call and the name, and it went, and like, they've never had any interaction with his company before, but it literally just called that company, which was really, really cool. And that has to do with the voice search. So that is becoming more and more important. But if you optimize your content properly and you mark it up correctly, it will, it will account for that. Like, in other words, it will help to appear, or help the entity to essentially be found within voice search. And when people ask voice search, like Alexa would be one of them, Google Assistants and there's several of those now. I don't really use any of them, but like I said, I thought it was really interesting to have my client call me and mention that. Like, he was like, man, that's really cool. And I was like, yeah, well, and I told him, I was like, that's kind of a newer service that I just started using, which I didn't tell him it was Yext power listings, but that's essentially what it was. So that's what my suggestion would be. You want to comment on that before I move on?
Schema for voice search, man. Schema for voice search.
Yeah.
Works fantastically well.
Yeah. And if you're doing local, like I said, there are some, Yext power listings is one of them that will submit to like all the different assistants and voice, whatever they're called. Alexa being one of them, Google Assistant being another.